All right, last try. So dumb. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you're back here in a second. Third time's the charm, I'm hoping. Brian Chambers, what up? Third time is a charm. I can actually see the comments now. Craig, what? Tell me about it. He doesn't have nothing to do with it. It's the devil. All right, so now look, I've run out of time. We got about 45 minutes, and then it's going to be Kenny's show. Hopefully, did you guys hear anything I was saying before? It's got, I don't know why, dude, but it's vertical, and now I can see the comments. David Martin Graff, what's going on? Yeah, I'm rolling with it. Look, I'm just going to fix a crawler. Dude needs a new servo and a chunk of brass. We're going to do that, and we're going to talk. I showed you guys the Winnebago. Hopefully you saw it. New Apprentice Stahl 700 millimeter released today at Horizon. You know how it works. It'll be a pre-order style. Check that out. And the new, well, Mini B brushless has been released. The sound went bye-bye. You got to be kidding me. George Watts, what up? I don't believe it. Did you guys see my race rigs? Tell me in the comments below. Gotta get some tools, fools. Keep going. I am going. So anyway, I didn't really get to show them off. There is my two-wheel drive buggy and my short course ride right there. Sound is fine. Good. Big Carbon Z T28s, if you're local, let me know. 4S Mojave. If you didn't know, I'm in business to sell RCs. Did you know that? And if you can't make it here to the shop, click the stinking link. Appreciate you very much. So, we have a Traxxas TRX4 G-Wagon that needs a servo and a chunk of brass. So, I'm going to do it right now. I am. Let's bring this down. The Winnebago is all lit up and it works. I towed around my Vanquish crawler through the nighttime and got some cool footage. So that's something I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. And if you're local, we're going to be crawling Saturday morning at 9 o'clock and racing in the afternoon. Of course, we'll be open all day. Been flying the Big Carbon Z Cub out front, back in the rotation. What's up, doggy girl? She can't wait for Teresa to come back and get you. I know it. I know it. Hey, I see you. I don't know what you want. You want to go outside? Every time I ask you, you don't want to go. You want to go outside? She don't want to go outside. Like a UMX Apprentice? I mean, a little bit. But I don't think the Turbo Timber doesn't have those pre-programmed progressive modes, though, like beginner, intermediate, and expert. John Graham in the house. What's going on? Chunk of brass. And Kenny, he'll be on at 9 o'clock. Yeah. He'll be on at 9 o'clock. I hope they come get you soon. Real flight sounds like it's happening. Maybe. Maybe. You gotta go lay down. I don't know what to tell you. So my family's not at home, so I'm staying a little bit late. Just get a couple repairs knocked out and hang out with y'all. I was wanting to talk about the new releases. You know, it makes sense that they did the brushless Mini B, little mini, 18, 16 scale, low C buggy, really. Get my screws ready to go, 2.5 millimeter, and you don't stop. And you don't stop? Get it with it? Correct, Air Marshal. Ethan RC, what's going on? Air Marshal, glad to see you back, man. All you guys, Randy, what's happening? You guys in Alabama have a good time. Tag me or something so I don't miss it. Because I'm not going to be there. I got to run the shop. Scare Builders Guild. Bro, I want to show you something. Stick around a minute. You guys that are into the crawler stuff, like I know most of you are airplane guys, but some of you have come to the dark side of surface. If you're into crawlers, you probably already know Matt from Scale Builders Guild does an amazing job. And I really love him and Harley's videos quite a bit. I see you. I guarantee you, if I ask you to go outside, you won't. Just hold on a minute now. Hey, look at this Tonka truck Winnebago, Matt. I was able to keep the scale lenses and use some Red Cat light kit, and the bulbs don't fit. Come on, you're not gonna go, I promise. Watch this. So rude. You wanna go outside? See, you don't wanna go outside. I don't know, like my dog is really good at letting me talk to her, and you got me off track. You know what, I'm gonna give you like a treat just because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, I think that's what this is about. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna do a video on it, so I'll talk about it more in the video, Matt, but you're a big inspiration, dude. There you go, have a treat. So, let me go to the light side of the moon here. I'm at the shop. I got airplanes in the way. Of course, there's my Vanquish on the back. Let me get this out of my face. Guys, indulge me while I talk to Matt, while I got him on here. So, I'm a sucker for Patagonias. So I got some CC hand bead locks. They're 1.9s with the fake valve stem and everything. I love it. And it's the, they're 1.9 Patagonias, but they're like the 4.19 outer diameter. Fit the arches good. You got to guess what chassis it was, bro. Guess what chassis this is. It's leaf sprung chassis. So I haven't decked out the interior yet, but that's it. And in my video, I'll show y'all where I hid the electronics. But yeah, back to the lights. I'm able to keep the scale lenses, and then the light bulbs are too big to fit, so I used heat shrink to kind of snug them up, and then siliconed the dog fiddlings out of it. And so, got lights in the back. They're obviously not on. But yeah, leaf sprung chassis. It's on a trailer right now. My buddy's been making these trailers. Pretty sick. This chassis is only good for mods like this, I swear to God. So, the FMS Jimny 1/6 scale, leaf sprung chassis. I gotta get this off the trailer. I just gotta show the bottom off. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is fun. On the gimbal for the win. So let's undo the... I didn't even have to put a trailer hitch on it because this truck already has one. So, dig the stock trailer hitch. So janky, but it works. So here's the bottom. Leaf sprung chassis, the FMS Jimny. Take the axles off, put them on the bottom of the leaf springs. And then instead of the top mounted servo, mount it from the bottom and space it out so you don't mess up the steering geometry. But that's really it. And here is a really good ugly look at the way I siliconed the lights. You can kind of see that. Pinion angle's a little rough, but I moved the shackles around to get these wheels to center in the arches, and I'm super happy with that. Check it out. This thing is a million pounds. So not too bad. Not perfect, but okay. So yeah, I moved those leaf spring shackles around and was able to get it to center pretty decent on that setup. Pretty pumped. As you would say, shuffed. Yeah, kit build before they released the ready to runs, but like super into it. Yeah, I was legit gonna send you pictures of it, dude, and Instagram. But yeah, that's it. That's it, man. Pretty pumped. I'm gonna get some. It basically works out to 12 scale. So I'm gonna go shopping on my least favorite place in the world, Amazon, and find some like kitchen accoutrement to embellish the cab. And you have to wait till later to see how I did the electronics because the bottom is clean. The only thing I had to cut out was for the what I'd call a trans tunnel, but really the brushed motor. Eric Quinn, see you later. 2 years in the making. Yeah. That's my first patina job right there. It's holding up really good. Here's my race rigs, dude. Short course 2-wheel drive for the win. And 2-wheel drive buggy. We got racetracks here at the shop, which is killer. All right. Airplane dudes. You missed me? Sorry, I'm nerding out. And I'm going to fix the Traxxas right now. Because no one's at home at my house. And I have nothing else to do. So this kid wanted a chunk of brass on the diff of his G-Wagon and needs a steering servo. So I'm doing it. Slow Flyer 85, what's going on? Matt, thanks for coming by, man. Thanks for coming by. Usually I do this thing on Saturday night, but new release Thursday. I didn't get that plane. A lot of us haven't been getting them lately. But yeah, Mini Apprentice, new release, and then of course the brushless Mini B. And Matt dropped a video on the new TRX4M release, which was inevitable if you watch the rest of their trajectory as far as releases go. F-150, TRX4M 18th scale, and he made it not suck by making it more appropriate and dropping it down, which I'm totally with him on that. Like, I want to do the 1979 Blazer, but it's high trail already, and I'm like, dang it. First thing I want to do is take the wheels off and slam it. Do you have a TRX hauler? We had one in the shop, and I did some short form content with it. We had some, and we sold some. But I do not have a whole lot of people asking for it. So I do a lot of special order. So if it's something that's not just super hot, it's economy business. It's all very tough. So it's like I really try to keep up with the usual suspects mostly. I tell you what, though, that new Red Cat hauler is pretty crazy, especially if you like vintage styling. So yeah, man. Dude, y'all, if y'all like crawlers, surface side, you really owe it to yourself to check out Scale Builders. I got a Fordyce in here too. Scale Builders Guild and Harley Designs. I'm not just blowing you up, man. It's the truth. Like, y'all, I tune in like religiously. They do budget builds that are like a blast. Right now, they're doing the Vanquish Fordyce budget build. And it's more than a budget build. It's like they're spinning a wheel for various different monetary values or bankruptcy. So it's a little bit by chance. You know, this week you can 3D print. This week you got to spend your money on Amazon. This week you hit the bankruptcy. This week, whatever. Good time. Excellent content. And if you ever wanted to know how to do YouTube, consistency and the way they put their whole thing together is really top notch, without a doubt. Good stuff. Paul McNeil, what's happening? I'm putting a new servo and water rudder in the float. It locks up, won't turn on the Super EZ. You got a lot of, did you get a lot of flight time out of that though, before you finally had to repair it, Randy? I thought you did. Because I thought you've had that plane for a minute. Oh, you're welcome, Matt, man. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. And the interior on the Fordyce, come on. You need to get those turkeys, send me stuff, man. I tell you, I got more guys doing surface stuff from the air side. I was predominantly air for so long. Anyway, that 3D print of you driving the Fordyce is ridiculous. Fix the shirt. fix the shirt. Guys, tell me if it gets close to 9 and I'm not paying attention. Kenny's gonna go on at 9. More than likely 2.5, and you don't stop. Guys who are into crawling and wanna do like performance a little bit without, usually that's unsprung weight, down low, without going crazy, changing your steering blocks and your knuckles and all that stuff. Start with a chunk of brass on diff and get some bead locks and spin the preload out. 34 minutes. Thank you, John Graham. You know, hey, you know what? I almost reached out to you to ask something if you're still here, bro. So I've got the Axial SCX 10.3 early Bronco, and I've always wanted to figure out if somebody has print files for, so it's open cage, as you know, straight axle, and they discontinued them, which is nuts. But I want doors in the box back. You know what I mean? I want to close it up. I want doors on it and the top and everything. Dave Kowalski in the house, and the house is packed. Paul McNeil's gonna be at Bigfoot. Cool. Kowalski, what happened to your message? Yeah, a lot of you guys are going to be in Alabama. Good times. I'm jealous. Like I was saying earlier. Hi, girly. Hi. I'm not giving you another treat. You don't even go outside. A boat and a hauler. Haul it behind that Tonka. Yeah, you know what we've been doing, though? A lot of my buddies here in town have, like, trail rigs that aren't really the best performer, but they look cool. And so they trailer behind that their performance rig. And it's kind of cool because then you're out there on our trails and you have 2 rigs with you. You have a trail rig and like your maybe whatever more performance-based rig on the trailer. And that's been a lot of fun. So that's what I'm going to do now too. I got this Winnebago. I'm going to tow out something. My Phoenix or a Base Camp or a Traxxas Defender, whatever I want. It's a big trailer, so it'll fit all of my, really everything I have. So, I'm going to show you guys that don't know the inside of Traxxas diff. And when they send the brass, they send extra, screws with it because you're going to need the shorter ones for whatever reason. So here is the inside of a Traxxas diff. And that little C looking thing right there is the locker that's cable operated by the shift servos to lock or unlock the front diff. And so this came off, the stock plastic diff cover, and this chunk is going on. Hot Racing. It's, I forget the grammage. Sometimes it says on them. It's in there when I order it. Is it 48 grams or something? Anyway, you can't, there's only one way to get it. So, easy peasy. And it bolts on from the back and you don't even have to take really anything else off. And you get a little performance and some bling. Normally when I'm doing this, for me, I'll pack it full of like marine grease or something at the same time. So that's it. And then you bolt up the new bolts. Easy. I probably could have took some of this stuff out of my way anyhow because I have to do the servo too. But whatever. First things first. I said 2.5. I'm a liar. 2 millimeter. 2 millimeter. Liar. Liar. Pants on fire. Lyndon Stewart, what's happening? So yeah, if you want to see the mini Apprentice, of course, Horizon's got their content on it. And I saw Brian Phillips got his, and probably the Sailors did too. I had a chance to check. I didn't get one. So anyway, click my link anyway. I'm kidding. Do what you want to do. So that's easy on the diff. And the servo, really, just like our airplane stuff, the only trick is making sure you're centered when you set the arm up. Yes, sir. So it is Thursday night. Yeah, man. What's on the bench? How'd the vote turn out? That's what I want to know. What's on the bench for Scale Builders Guild? He did a poll on YouTube saying he was maybe gonna not do one. And maybe that poll is old. Tomorrow, you're doing it. You're doing it? Good. Good. Y'all, when you're consistent like that, we get to counting on you. I've done that live stream of mine on Saturday. I'd have to look back at the first one, but it's over 4 years, which is nuts. It's no good, but I'm at least consistent. 2 videos in a day. I get it. Is what's on the bench usually today for you? Is that how it goes? But it was like release day for the TRX4M. Yeah, man. G-Wagon got some bling on it. And boy, that is a goner. That servo is a goner. And I'm the kind of guy who can do it without taking much off of here. Okie doke. Got it. Nice. So this kid, we're just replacing it with what he had on it, which generally these come with a 2075. I thought the blue one, not the 2075X Metal Gear one for 10 more bucks. But what he's got on here is a 2075X. But I guarantee this kid's 2-speeding it. 3S. Cheap servo. It gets it done. I mean, usually underwhelmed by the stock stuff, but I'll run it till they burn out. I like just using what I have. But I need to get more familiar with some of the fancier ones. I'm gonna get some Reefs 500s in here. I use just Protex that I had for the my Phoenix. Two millimeter. This will be an easy job too, actually. 835. Yeah, you must be. I mean, you must not have anything going on, man, if you're over here chilling. I could not get the comments. The comments were stacking up on themselves when I was horizontal, and I could not do anything to get the comments to work without being stacked up. I couldn't read what anyone was saying, and it was really the whole thing was to just hang out a little bit tonight, talk about some of the Thursday releases. 1/16 tanks sell, not here, but I'm sure Probably if I had them, they would. I try to keep stuff in here. It's so nice when you actually are familiar with the product. You can give such a better level of service. And I work a lot with really the same vendors over and over. So I don't know if my really HRP, Horizon, A-Main, Traxxas, I don't know that they have any tanks. And then when you bring something in, not everything really has a whole lot of parts that break, but you need to have that stuff. What do you say, girl? I don't know what to tell you. They'll be here any minute to come get you. I know. She's talking. She thinks she's going to get another TREAT out of me. Not going to happen. I won't even say it out loud, dude. I won't even say it out loud, girly. Just hang out. Be happy. You know I win the C-Main when I race sometimes. I mean, you're in the company of greatness. She's bugging. She's ready to go home. Hinglong tanks. Yeah. I'd have to check that out and see where to get them from. Because certain vendors y'all are used to online don't distribute at all to hobby shops. Girl, you're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Listen to this thing. Just grumbling and griping. She's a good girl. Why are you talking so loud? What do you want? You want to go outside? You never go when I ask you. I used to carry mail, and I gotta tell you, the bark shakes me to my core. But I'm used to it. You want to go outside? You need to go outside? I'll try you one more time. See, you don't want to go outside. The minute I mention it, you get all weird. You don't want to go out there. Look at his face. Look at that girl. She's a talker. I would say, John, that that's a brand that we've all heard of, which is cool. You know. We see it every day where somebody will get something that we've never heard of off of Amazon or wherever. And we want to be able to help them, but we can't. Dude, Matt at Scale Builders Guild did a video the other day. It was on one of the Traxxas things, and he called like a handful of hobby shops, and every one of them had the parts he was asking for. And then he'd mention one of those more famous, like Amazon kind of off brands, and none of the shops he called, it was a bunch, had anything. And it is totally how it, I mean, that's the truth. That's how it goes. It's hard to, it feels so bad not being able to service the people, but it's hard to if they don't have the things you carry. Even the brands you do carry, when they go off script, even, it gets real hard to service them. All right, let's take this steering link off the servo arm. I should have done this before I put the stinking diff cover on. That's all right, it'll work. Remote ID, holy smokes. Brian, I agree. 3 flights on the water. Oh man, that stinks then. You shouldn't have to fix that yet. Remote ID, I think it's an overreach. I think fields that have FRIAs, that's gonna be nice for folks who don't want the hobby to be a bother for themselves. As soon as they send out the module, I'm going to do a video on it and show you how to work it. But the decision is yours as far as compliance goes. Let's see how they route this thing. There we go. Oh yeah, it's under those things. How many other hobbies track you to your location? Plastic models, Gundam, multi-facets of racing, airplanes, airplane building, all the surface stuff really. Rock crawling, bashers, race kits, like I said, airplanes. I don't do drones. I've got some helicopters. We of course have paints and tires and buggies, the race kits and plenty of tires and parts for those. But we're RC focused. We got all the micros, you know, the 24 scale, 18 scale crawlers as well. And then racetracks. How many other hobbies track you to your location in reference to remote ID? I understand. None. You know what's crazy about remote ID is they want remote ID for our model airplanes, but if you're flying in ultralight, you don't need that stuff, I don't think. I can't stand it, to be honest, but it is what it is. And you gotta choose what hill you're willing to die on, you know? So I'm like, how big of a deal do I wanna make it? You know, like I fly at our club anyway, most of the time, and out front here, which is actually AMA recognized, and the owner of the property told me we are a FRIA out here in front of the shop. So that's cool. I don't think they'll ever get their act together to be able to even force compliance or really check it all. And there's too many nuance, like, because they actually consider you to be commercial, if you're like, let's say like you're me and you're making YouTube videos that happen to be monetized, if they want to be stinkers about it, they can act like you're commercial. Now all of a sudden you need a whole different kind of remote ID module other than the standard one to comply with those commercial requests. They got to figure out their definitions, because to me, commercial drone or UAV is if like you're flying waypoints, you're surveying this, you're physically inspecting water towers and roofs and things like that. But like if I just so happen to video record me flying a plane, it's a community-based organization, CBO, really, all of us modelers. It's a community that if they force us to use something other than what you all use, they engineer the camaraderie right out of it. Like, it's a helpful community, you know, like to be able to do things the same, so to say, helps relay information to maybe new people or someone who's not super confident, and it's just to keep everybody on the same page within the industry, I think is nice. Boy, they make that a big deal. Holy moly, man. Exactly, Kowalski. That's my thinking too. It's like, how are they gonna ever even get there? You want to see what I'm doing? No, you don't. Digging out a servo wire to change it, and then I'm going to power it up after I route the new one, and we're going to get the new servo centered and then installed. And I should have had it out already, but they really route it super well. There we go. Finally, got the old one done. The tilt is so I can read also. Seriously, a piece of glass just came off the shelf in the case underneath me and is resting on my knee, but I'm more worried about the servo lead coming out than I am this piece of glass. Priorities. Ooh, that was sketch. That was sketch. Let's see if I can put it between me better. Kinda, sorta. I'll be flipping it around. Can you do the gritty? If I practice. My kid can teach me, though, I'm sure. He's a footballer. Man, that is quite a routing system. You would have thought this was SpaceX or something. I mean, that is some serious routing. Holy moly, Spicoli. Golly, dude. I'm fitting to rip this gun out. Ugh. That's bonkers. Hey, Dad. Always nice to keep stuff together for orientation, you know, so you know what's going on when it's time to put in the new deal. So now it's time to like center up the servo and get things ready. What's up, Ryan Chambers? For dinner on the way home. Thanks so much. Radio on. Brand new servo. Plugged in. I'm not gonna route it yet. I'm just plug it in. You can't get it wrong because there's like a flange on their servo, proprietary style. Traxxas. And plug it in, plug it in. Acting kind of shady. All right, turn it on, dog. There it is. Let's get, what odds on, hey, oh no, my phone thing is out of juice. My little, all right. There's no more juice left on the gimbal, so I can't do anything. Oh yeah, by the way, odds on the fact that this kid's rocking 2-speed or not. What do you guys think? 2-speed or regular? Let me know in the comments below. Two-speed, I knew it. He was going fast. He was going fast. All right, so that servo is centered. And now, I'm just gonna put the arm on the same stinking way. Why wouldn't you? Acting kind of shady. Kenny Show. Yep. Kenny, Hangar 51 will be on at 9 o'clock-ish. I called him before I went on just to kind of see what time he does his thing, because I'm nice like that. And he's nice to me. And you guys are great. And we are all together. Lucy in the sky. One thing also to check. Oh, dude, the cat has got his trim pegged. So I'm going to go ahead and zero out his trim for him. General Grant, thank you very little. No, I'm kidding. Thank you very much. Zeroed out the dude's trim. He had it totally pegged. They probably put in the servo themselves without doing the servo centering, as I have done so expertly. Yo, man, I don't know if this thing's getting routed the same way. That was bonkers, yo. All right. I'll try. I wish you could see, but you can't because I'm out of juice on the gimbal. Out of juice on the gimbal. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Yo. How you like me now? I think I can. There's actually really cool, you're right, zip ties are amazing, but there are really cool provisions for the wiring in the kit as it is. Something kind of shady. Never call me baby. Man, it feels like it's got like TSM in it. That dude's got TSM in this. No, he doesn't. That's on 0. Yeah, that's crazy. Okie doke. Now, stick it right there. Yeah, there right here on the chassis, there's provisions for the wiring to keep it out of the links and the gears, which is fantastic. But what I've done is made it hard on myself to get this underneath here because I'm an idiot. Bro. I don't want to have to rerun it. Digital servo, yeah. It's making noise. Making noise. All right, see you later, Rowan. So I screwed up and didn't route this right, so I've taken a shock tower off for a minute. Not a huge deal, but avoidable. 8:55. Is Kenny in the room, man? Thanks, Philip. Everybody, thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by. Awesome, that worked. Good. So this will be easy now. Say my name, say my name. See you later, Kowishki. Tucking and tucking and tucking and tucking and tucking. Actually, before I do everything, I am gonna talk to myself a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of wigging me out. The servo's making noise because I don't like, for whatever reason, I don't expect it on the cars like I do the planes. I'm gonna put this receiver business back together though, before I get too far upside down and everything like that. Like this, like that. And till the next episode, gotta make sure you're not screwing through the wire too. Right. I was hoping Kenny'd pop in here, man. Tell me when he's ready. But we'll dip in a minute if I haven't heard from him. He's chill about it. I thought Tommy and Teresa would be back by now. But they're not. So it is kind of cool that someone's here with the dog, I guess. I about got it, guys. I about got it wrapped up. About got it. And before I do the final smackdown lockdown on that servo, I want to make sure I can get the link screwed into it. Because it might be helpful that it's not all the way attached. If you catch my drift. I am going to button this up though. The receiver, as they say. So receiver's all back together, wires are ran. Servo's in it, just not tight. We're still plugged in and everything, so now we're gonna flip it over, get this link screwed in. And call it. It should be a little tiny screw though for this link. I mean, not that tiny, I guess. There it is. This is a tricky part. We got to jump on 1 foot and wink an eye, that kind of stuff. I think I got it though. I think I got it. If I get my fat fingers out of the way. That was clutch. Dad, love you, man. Brian Chambers, thank you. 9 o'clock. Yeah, where is... I wish he'd pop in and say he was ready. Totally clutch, not tightening that servo in all the way because I really needed that angle to get that thread to start. We're almost done, and then we're gonna, like, somebody tell me when Kenny's live, y'all. What? Did I forget something stupid? What? None of this is gonna matter if your servo arm's stripped, is it, dudes? Well, funny on that. Stinko. Stank, stunk. Man. I mean, it turns fine if there's no load on it, but I can just move it. That's probably not even the right arm, bro. All right. I'm done with this for now. So dumb. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming by. Man, I about had them fixed. Those servos don't come with the arms either, which stinks. So I'm going to be looking that up. Okay. 9 o'clock, go see Hangar 51. Bro, I was done, Bill. Except that stinking servo arms garbage. Makes sense, though. Kids running around 2-speed with a crawler. That's what happens. All right, guys, go tell Kenny I said hello. Maybe I'll see you over there. I'm going to get wrapped up and out of here. I'm going to see if I have a servo arm and get it on my list. It's fixed. I mean, it's doable. It's just like, golly. I was all done. That's all right. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Go see Kenny, Hangar 51 on YouTube. Appreciate you sticking with me. Pretty cool if you're into the crawler scene that Matt popped in, to be honest. I just commented on his video from today on the little F-150 from Traxxas. I prefer the lower ride height on mine for scale looks and really performance. When you get really tall on like some of that high trail stuff, they look cool, but they don't perform as good as even a box stock thing sometimes. So anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you on social. We'll be doing this Saturday night, maybe with a special guest in Alabama. We'll see if we can bring Scott on. And maybe be able to share some of that with you guys. But otherwise, I mean, Jeff and Lower Alabama is going to be there. You guys will be able to figure out what's going on in Alabama, regardless of my participation, because I will be racing, guaranteed, Saturday night. Guys, we'll see you on the flip. I know I haven't been doing a lot of short form, but, you know, check it out. I do stories on Instagram. I don't always do reels there. Stories are a little bit more candid, kind of just like an announcement. The reels like need to be like good almost like every time. Anyway, YouTube is really where it's at, and the website, of course, if you're local coming to the shop. Appreciate you guys so much. Go tell Kenny I said hello, and I'll see you there. Bye now.